everyone, it's Nancy McNally, and today it's time to do block number 5 of Baskets and Blooms Quilt Sampler. So you can see I have all of my pieces and parts laid out, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work with our B squares. Your background square, which mine is going to be navy blue, yours might be cream, and if you are using a light background, it is background number 2. And then you're going to use your red and your apricot. Let's get started, and we're going to start with 8 at a time. Half square triangles. For our first step for 8 at a time, you're going to take some type of marking, pen or pencil. I used a pencil. You're going to divide the B block in half and draw a line top to bottom, side to side. Next, you're going to draw 2 diagonal lines, corner to corner. Those are our cutting lines, not our sewing lines. The next step, you're going to sew a 1/4 inch away from only the diagonal lines, just like it's shown in the pattern. So you're going to sew a 1/4 inch on this side and a 1/4 inch away on this side. Same with this diagonal line right here. All right, let's get started. So you're going to take your B squares, you're going to go right sides together, one with your apricot and one with your red. All right, let's get sewing. All right, so I've sewn on both sides of the drawn line. I'm trying to get it close to camera, and yes, they're going to cross over each other just like you see right here. Now remember, we're only cutting a part on our drawn line, so they are not going to show in your blocks. So the next thing you're going to do is you are going to cut apart on all the drawn lines. Open each half square triangle up and trim all of them to size according to the pattern. Let me get this done. I'll be right back. So I've completed my half square triangles, and I've actually sewn them as shown in the pattern to our C rectangles, your background square. And as you can see, I'm using blue because that's my background color. If you're doing the cream, all your half square triangles will have the cream background, and your C's will be the cream color also. So you're going to join these and press. You're going to make 8 of these, and then you're going to take 4 out of that 8, and you're going to add your A squares to the outside, just like this. Don't forget to press and make sure that they are the correct size that's listed in the pattern. All right, our next step is very, very simple. You're going to take your background number 1 D triangles and your E squares. It's very simple. So while we're doing this, go ahead and do that to your F blue and green triangles. I'll do mine in just a second. This is just little prep work. You're going to take each D, E, and F triangles. You're going to fold them in half and crease that center section. That's the longest leg or the side of the triangle. Next, you're going to do the same thing to your E squares. Fold them in half, crease. You can use your fingers or the iron, it doesn't matter. Open it up, fold it in half again, and crease the other center. All right, now we're going to take these and take 2 at a time. And what we're going to do is we're going to work across. So one's going to sew here and one's going to sew here. You're going to line up your creases, your center marks, pin them in place because they are triangles. And then you're going to sew. Open, press, and then you'll take the other 2. Remember, you're making 2 of each. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to line up your crease marks. You're going to sew. That's round 1. Then you're going to do the exact same thing with these. Don't forget to trim it to the correct size. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to work on opposite sides. So you're going to sew your blue ones on first. And now if you sew your green ones on first, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go right sides down, and there's my crease right there. I'm going to take that and line that up with that right there, that where the 2 background triangles cross over each other. Place a clip or pin in that to hold it in place. Again, same thing. There's my crease. I'm going to take it and I'm going to line it up and now I can sew. And these are a little bit oversized to give you trim room. I'm going to get these sewn, and then I'll press or flip them in place and press, and then I will add the two to the remaining side. After that, again, make sure they're the correct size. Then you will add your side pieces to both blocks, and then you will add your top and bottoms. All right, let me get this pulled together. For our next step, we are going to join our top and bottom to our blocks, and we are done. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, everybody, I finished my basket full quilt blocks. Don't forget, the side ones are the same direction. These, you need to rotate the position so that they line up properly. Thank you for joining me today, and look how pretty these blocks are. I'll give you a couple of tips. So when making these units right here, because we're using the triangles with the bias exposed, if you're having issues with your centers laying flat, try to just mist them with water if you don't use a steam iron. Also, a steam iron really helps to make the blocks lay flat. Don't spray starch them, because what happens once you start pulling this together and you spray starch, the units or the block will shrink. So there you go. Don't forget, you're supposed to make 2 blocks. Thank you again for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you for the next quilt block. It'll be block number 6 of Basket and Blooms.